What if the deepest form of meditation isn't doing anything at all? Just sitting, fully present, with no goal other than presence itself. Welcome to Beyond the Mind. In this episode, we'll explore Shikantaza, the Soto Zen practice often translated as just sitting. I'll tell a short, true-to-type story about a beginner's first silent retreat, explain what makes Shikantaza distinct, and describe what happens inside the brain when you practice effortless presence. Then I'll lead you through a 5-minute guided micro-practice you can use anywhere. An effortless sit with eyes slightly open, a soft attitude of note and release, and no striving. If you want the printable practice sheet or a longer guided track for the full 30-minute sit, mention practice sheet in the comments and I'll make one. Part 1, a short retreat story. Imagine a woman named Maya who signed up for a 3-day silent retreat because her mind felt like a busy airport. Emails, worry about the kids, a constant agenda in the background of her life. On day 1, she tried everything she had heard. Counting the breath, focusing on a single mantra, observing sensations. Her inner voice criticized her. "You're not doing it right. Your mind is too busy." She felt frustrated and a little ashamed. On day 2, a teacher introduced Shikantaza with a single line, "Just sit. Don't try to get anything." That sounded impossible. Maya thought, if I'm not trying to calm my mind, what am I doing? She decided to follow the instruction literally. She sat, opened her eyes softly, let thoughts arise and fall without chasing them, and tried not to add commentary or goals. After a long period of irritation, a chain of thoughts, judgments, and urge to fidget, something shifted. The urge to fix faded. She noticed a small space between the thought and the impulse to act. It felt like a thin, luminous interval where the mind was watching itself. For the first time during the retreat, she felt a natural ease, not produced by success or strategy, but by stopping the effort to manufacture calm. That's the basic promise of Shikantaza, presence that is not produced by doing. It's an acceptance of what is, and through that acceptance, a different quality of awareness emerges. Part 2, what Shikantaza is and is not. Shikantaza comes from the Soto Zen lineage, most clearly taught by Dogen Zenji and later teachers in Japan. The phrase literally means, just sitting. The instruction is simple and radical. Sit with a stable posture, keep your eyes open or half open, and allow awareness to be non-selective. Do not focus narrowly on an object, and do not push experience away. The practice does not reject attention or concentration outright. It reframes them. Instead of striving for a particular state, you allow the natural clarity of mind to reveal itself. The practice emphasizes presence without agenda. No attempting, no controlling, no performance. Importantly, Shikantaza is not mindless zoning out. It is an attentive, awake posture that includes wakefulness and meta-awareness, noticing when the mind is lost and gently returning to the open posture. You don't use objects like the breath, a mantra, or a visualization as the primary anchor, though many teachers recommend brief orientation checks, posture, body, to stabilize. The distinguishing feature is the attitude. Non-striving and broad, present attentiveness. Part 3, what science says. Default mode, spontaneous attention, and meta-awareness. Modern neuroscience uses different language, but it maps well onto the phenomenology of Shikantaza. First, the default mode network, DMN. The DMN is a set of brain regions active when the mind is engaged in internal narrative, mind-wandering, rumination, story construction about the self. Studies comparing experienced meditators with novices show reduced activity or altered connectivity in DMN regions during open monitoring and non-referential practices, correlating with less self-centered rumination, for example, see Brewer et al. 2011. In Shikantaza, the non-striving posture tends to reduce the automatic narrative loop simply because you're not feeding it with goals or judgments. Second, spontaneous attention. Rather than forcing focused attention onto a narrow object, Shikantaza cultivates a wide, receptive attention that notices whatever arises. This broad monitoring increases the likelihood of noticing spontaneous microtransitions, the brief moments when the mind shifts from thought to thought or from thought to silent awareness. Neuroscientific work on open awareness practices indicates changes in networks associated with salience detection and interoceptive awareness, helping practitioners detect those subtle transitions earlier. Third, meta-awareness. Meta-awareness is the capacity to notice the contents of consciousness as they occur, the watcher who sees the thought arise. Research shows that training in metacognition is associated with activation in prefrontal and anterior cingulate regions when people intentionally monitor their own experience. See Farb et al., 2007. In Shikantaza, you cultivate meta-awareness not by analyzing thoughts, but by adopting a stance that notices thoughts as events happening in consciousness, not directives that must be followed. Put simply, sitting without doing reduces the story brain, increases receptivity to subtle signals, and strengthens the noticing faculty that disconnects you from automatic reactivity. Part 4. Practical orientation. Posture, eyes, and attitude. Before the guided sit, orient your body and attitude. These simple external settings make the inner practice accessible. Posture. Sit upright on a cushion or chair with a straight spine. The posture should be alert but relaxed. If you're on a cushion, tuck the pelvis slightly so the back can be straight without strain. If sitting in a chair, both feet on the floor, spine lengthened, shoulders soft. Hands. Rest your hands in your lap in a natural, stable position. Some Soto practitioners use the cosmic mudra, left hand and right, thumbs lightly touching, but any relaxed placement is fine. Eyes. Keep your eyes slightly open with a soft gaze directed downward at a 45-degree angle, or keep them lightly closed if that is more comfortable. The essential point is not shutting out the world, but not staring either. A balanced, receptive gaze. Breath and body. Breathe naturally through the nose. Don't control the breath. Let the abdomen and chest move with ease. Use a brief body scan to release tension. Observe shoulders, neck, jaw, and let them soften. Intention and attitude. Set a simple intention. I will sit without doing. Release expectations. If thoughts arise, allow them, watch them like weather passing through the sky of awareness. If you find yourself trying to force calm, notice the effort and return to non-doing. Part 5. Guided 5-minute effortless sit. Voice cues and pauses. We will now do a 5-minute Shikantaza micro-practice. This is a short, portable version you can use anytime. The cues include gentle timing markers for AI voice pacing. If you prefer a longer sit, you can repeat or extend these phases. Begin, settle. Midnight, find a comfortable seat. Align your spine. Rest your hands. Soften your face. Allow the eyes to soften and adopt a gentle downward gaze. Take one full, natural breath. Pause 2 seconds. Orientation 0-10. Notice the surface beneath you, the cushion or chair supporting your weight. Feel the contact with gravity. Let your shoulders drop. Allow the jaw to unclench. Pause 3 seconds. Set the intention. 0-25. Silently, once, set a simple intention. Just sit. Not trying to make anything happen. Just letting presence be present. Pause 3 seconds. Open awareness. 0-35. Now widen your attention. Rather than focusing on the breath or an image, let awareness be open to whatever arises. Sounds, bodily sensations, thoughts, the feeling tone of emotions. Don't follow anything. Let each sensation or thought appear and pass like something noticed in the peripheral field. As you notice, do not label or analyze. Simply register and allow. Pause 10 seconds. Note and release 0:50. If a thought arises, a memory, a plan, a worry, note it lightly in your mind, thinking, and let it pass. If a bodily sensation appears, note sensing and allow it to be. If emotion arises, note feeling and return to the open field. This noting is brief, not a commentary, only a recognition. Pause 20 seconds. Return to non-doing. 1:15. If you notice you are trying to control what is arising, simply acknowledge, trying, and let the effort fall away. Remember the instruction. Just sit. Allow the impulse to fix, change, or achieve to soften. Presence is not produced by contrivance. Pause 15 seconds, deepening the openness. 1:35. Rest now in this open, unclenched awareness. Thoughts will continue to arise. Emotions may swell. Let them come and go. Each time, simply notice. Every noticing is practice. Each brief return to non-doing strengthens your capacity to witness without identification. Pause 30 seconds. If focus tightens, 2:05. If your attention narrows or you get pulled into a strong chain of thought, gently expand your field of awareness until it includes the surrounding space. Ambient sounds, the feeling of clothing on skin, the contact points where the body meets the seat. The widen and notice move dissolves fixation. Pause 20 seconds. Body check. 2:30. Bring a soft awareness to the body as a whole. Feel the breath moving naturally at the abdomen or chest. There is no need to change it. This is not breath control. It's friendly noticing. Pause 20 seconds. Continue open awareness. 2:55. Rest in non-doing again. If judgment surfaces, I'm doing it wrong. Notice the judgment as a thought and return to simple presence. Each return is the practice. Each return is a small liberation. Pause 40 seconds. Preparation to close. 3:40. Begin to gather the practice. Let your attention linger on a gentle sense of being present here now. No analysis, no achievement. Just the simple fact of sitting. Pause 20 seconds. Close. 4:05. Take a final natural breath. Let your shoulders soften again. When you're ready, slowly blink or gently lift your gaze. Notice any shift in the quality of your mind or body, small or large. Thank yourself for showing up. Pause 5 seconds. End. 4:20. This micro-sit can be done in 5 minutes. If you can, repeat this short practice once or twice a day. The point is not quantity but consistency and an attitude of non-striving. Part 6. Practical tips for integrating Shikantaza into life. Start small and regular. Do 2 5-minute sits daily for a week before attempting longer sessions. Consistency builds the noticing habit. In daily activities, practice micro-just sitting. While waiting in line or standing at the sink, adopt a brief non-doing stance. Notice 1 or 2 sensations without trying to change them. If strong emotions or traumatic memories surface, do not force continuation. Return to grounding. Feel the feet on the floor, notice breath, and, if needed, open eyes fully. Seek professional support for intensive material. Balance Shikantaza with skillful means. For many practitioners, alternating short, focused concentration, samatha, sessions with just sitting helps stabilize attention and reduces distractibility. Part 7. What to expect with practice. Initial weeks often feel like nothing is happening. More thinking, restlessness, boredom. This is normal. Over time, 2 patterns commonly emerge. Spontaneous attention. Moments of unexpected clarity. Short gaps where thoughts don't grab you. These gaps are the practice's fruit. They reveal your capacity to be present without doing. Reduced reactivity. Because you've practiced observing impulses rather than acting on them, habitual reactions soften. You may notice a quieter inner tone and more space between stimulus and response. Research suggests consistent open awareness practice can alter patterns of self-referential thinking and strengthen meta-awareness networks. But remember, the goal in Soto Zen is not neural change per se. It is the ethical and direct awakening that arises from clear seeing. Use the science as a map, not a trophy case. Part 8 Short Safety Note. Shikantaza is gentle, but intensive sitting can bring up uncomfortable material. If you have a history of severe trauma, psychosis, or unmanaged mental health conditions, consult a qualified teacher or clinician before extended retreats. Short daily sits are generally safe for most people. Pause and seek support if intense material arises. Part 9 Closing and Invitation. If you enjoyed that micro-practice, try a 10-minute sit tomorrow morning using the same open posture. Notice what shifts across a week of brief, regular practice. If you'd like a longer guided Shikantaza track, a printable practice card, or a 30-minute silent retreat template for home, type retreat in the comments and I'll prepare it. Thank you for sitting with me. If this felt useful, please subscribe to Beyond the Mind for more meditations and science-informed practices. Like the video if you felt a tiny shift, and share your retreat story in the comments. Especially moments like Maya's. The frustration, the stubbornness, and the surprising minute when doing stopped and presence arrived. Until next time, practice with kindness. Just sit.